Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Jai Radha Madhava, Jai Kunja Bihari, Gopi Jana Vallabha, Girivaradhari, Jai Radha, Jai Kunja, Gopi Jana Vallabha, Girivaradhari. Jai Radha Madhava, Jai Kunja Bihari, Gopi Jana Vallabha, Girivaradhari, Radha Madhava, Jai Kunja Bihari, Girivaradhari, Yashodanandana, Brajachana Ranjana, Yamunatira Vanachari, Jai Kunja Vihari, Shodanandana, Brajachana Ranjana, Yamunatira Vanachari, Kunja Bihari, Yashodanandana, Brajajana Ranjana, Yamunatira Vanachari, Jai Kunja Bihari, Yashodanandana, Brajajana Ranjana, Yamuna Tiravanachari, Jai Radha Madhava, Jai Kunja Bihari, Gopi Jana Vallabha, Girivaradhari, Ramadhava, Jai Kunja Bihari, Gopi Jana Vallabha, Girivaradhari. Yogadharma Shri Harinam Sankirtana ki jai, Srila Prabhupada ki jai, Samaveta Gaura Bhaktavinda ki jai, Gaur Premanande. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Narayanam Namaskrityam Naram Chaiva Narottamam Devim Saraswatim Vyasam Tato Jayamudire नष्टप्रायेषु भद्रेषु नित्यं भागवत सेवया भगवतेरुत्तमश्लोके भक्तिर्भवति नैष्टिकी कृष्णाय वासुदेवाय देवकीनन्दनाय च नन्दगोपकुमाराय गोविन्दाय नमो नमः. We are reading from Srimad Bhagavatam, Canto number 5, text chapter 12. Rahugana converses with Jada Bharat. Text number 7. Shochanimam stvam adikashtadīnān vishtya nigranan niranugrahoshi janasya goptasmi vikatamano न शोभसे वृद्धशुभाशु दृष्टा शोच्यानिमं त्वम् अधिकष्टदीनान् विष्ट्या निगृह्णन् निरानुग्रहोषि जनस्य गोप्तास्मि विकतमानो न शोभसे वृद्धशुभाशु दृष्ट्या शोच्यानिमं त्वम् अधिकष्टदीनान् विष्ट्या निगृह्णन् निरानुग्रहोषि जनस्य गोप्तास्मि विकत्ममानो अशोभसे वृद्धशुभाशु दृष्ट्या. स्वादिकृष्टलीनान् इष्ट्या निगृह्णन् निरानुग्रहोषि जनस्य गोप्तास्मि विकतमानो न शोभसे वृद्धशुभाशु दृष्ट्या. कहनी माताजी. Word to word meaning, translation and purport by His Divine Grace A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada. Srila Prabhupada ki. Sochyan, lamentable. Iman, all this. Tvam, you. Adhikashtadhinan, poor persons suffering more pains because of their poverty-stricken position. Vishtya, by force. Nigranan, seizing. Niranugrahashi, you have no mercy in your heart. Janasya, of the people in general. Goptasmi, I am the protector, king. Vikattamana, bragging. Nashobase, you do not look very good. Vriddha Shubhashu, the society of learned persons. Drishta, simply impudent. Translation. It is a fact, however, that these innocent people carrying your palanquin without payment are certainly suffering due to this injustice. Their condition is very lamentable because you have forcibly engaged them in carrying your palanquin. This proves that you are cruel and unkind, yet due to false prestige, you were thinking that you were protecting the citizens. This is ludicrous. You were such a fool that you could not have been adored as a great man in an assembly of persons advanced in knowledge. Purport. King Rahugana was proud of being king. He felt he had the right to control the citizens as he liked. But actually, he was engaging men in carrying his palanquin without payment, and therefore he was causing them trouble without reason. Nonetheless, the king was thinking that he was a protector of the citizens. Actually, the king should be the representative of the Supreme Personality Godhead. For this reason, he is called Naradevata, the Lord among human beings. However, when a king thinks that because he is the head of the state, he can utilize the citizens for his sense gratification, he is in error. Such an attitude is not appreciated by learned scholars. According to the Vedic principles, the king should be advised by learned sages, brahmanas, and scholars who advise him according to the injunctions given in the Dharma Shastra. Duty of the king is to follow these instructions. Learned circles do not appreciate the king's utilizing public endeavor for his own benefit. His duty is to give protection to the citizens instead. The king should not become such a rogue that he exploits the citizens for his own benefit. It is stated in Srimad Bhagavatam that in Kali Yuga the heads of government will be plunderers and thieves. These thieves and plunderers take the money and property of the public by force or connivance. Therefore, it is said in Srimad Bhagavatam, Rajanyer Nigranair Dasyu Dharmabi. As Kali Yuga advances, we can see that these characteristics are already visible. You can certainly imagine how deteriorated human civilization will be by the end of Kali Yuga. Indeed, there will no longer be a sane man capable of understanding God and our relationship with Him. In other words, human beings will be just like animals. At that time, in order to reform human society, Lord Krishna will come in the form of Kalki Avatar. His business will be to kill all the atheists because ultimately the real protector is Vishnu or Krishna. The Lord incarnates and set things in order when things are mismanaged by the so-called kings and heads of government. As Krishna says in Bhagavad Gita, Yada Yada Hi Dharmasya Glanirvati Bharata. Of course, this takes many years, but the principle is there. The king or governmental head does not follow the proper principles. Nature deals out the punishments in the forms of war, famine, and so forth. Therefore, if the governmental head is not aware of life's goal, he should not take charge of ruling the people. Actually, the supreme proprietor of everything is Lord Vishnu. He is the maintainer of everyone. The king, the father, and the guardian are simply representatives of Lord Vishnu, empowered by him to look after the management and maintain things. It is therefore the duty of the head of the state to maintain the general populace in such a way that people will ultimately know the goal of life. Ate viduswardhagatim hi Vishnu. Unfortunately, foolish governmental head and the general populace do not know what the ultimate goal of life is to understand and approach Lord Vishnu. Without this knowledge, everyone is in ignorance, and all society is crowded with cheaters and cheated. Om Ajnanatimirandasya Gnananchana Salakaya Chakshurunmilitam Mena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha Shri Chaitanya Manobhishtam Stapitam Mena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Kadamahyam Tadate Swapadantikam Vandeham Shri Guru Shri Yuta Padakamalam Shri Gurun Vaishnavamsha Shri Rupam Sagrachatam Sahagana Raghunathanvitam Tam Sajivam Sadvaitam Savadutam Parishana Saitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Shri Radha Krishna Padan Sahagana Lalita Shri Vishakhanvitamsha Nama Om Vishnu Padaya Krishna Prishthaya Bhutale Shrimate Bhaktivedanta Swaminiti Namine Namaste Saraswate Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Pashatare Shatarine Namo Mahavadanyaya Krishna Prema Pradayate Krishnaya Krishna Chaitanya Namne Gaurasve Namaha He Krishna Karuna Sindhu Dinabandho Jagatpate Gopesha Gopika Kanta Radha Kanta Namostute Tapta Kanchana Gaurangi Radhe Vrindavaneshwari Vrishabhano Sute Devi Pranamami Hari Priya वाञ्छाकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपासिन्धुभ्येव च तानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौरभक्तवृंद हरे कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे मुखं करोति वाचालं पङ्गुल्लङ्घयते गिरिं यत्कृपः तमहं वन्दे श्रीगुरुं दीनतारिणम्. So, before I start speaking, I seek the blessings of all the assembled Vaishnavas so that I can speak on this verse and for the glorification of Lord and purification of my heart. So, in this beautiful section between King Rahugana and Jadabharat was also a king. So, as Rahugana submissively surrendered to Jadabharat and is requesting him to further again explain, as Jadabharat, Rahugana could not properly understand. So Jadabharat is very patiently again trying to instruct the patient. So sometimes doctor needs patience in dealing with the patients. So here Jadabharat is showing that patience and again instructing him, right? So in one sense, if you see what we hear in Bhagavad Gita, Bhagavatam, the philosophy is almost the same, right? There may be little bit deeper aspects, but the characters may change. In Bhagavatam, different characters, right? So one may think that why again same thing is being told. I already know this in Bhagavad Gita, or I already heard it somewhere else. But just like a patient, no, he has to keep taking the medicine as long as he is completely cured, right? So similarly, a devotee feels that he is always a patient. He doesn't think that he is cured. He feels I am conditioned soul, I have so many anarthas, and that is fact also. So that's why he keeps hearing. But even pure devotees, Atma Ramasya Muniyor Nirganta Urukrame Kurvante Haitukim Bhaktir Itam Bhuta Gunori. So even Atma Ramas were self-satisfied sages, even they are also willing to hear the wonderful activities of the Lord, because the activities of the Lord are so wonderful. So here, like an expert doctor, here Jadabharat is diagnosing what is the exact disease of the patient, Rahugana. And he is exactly telling that you are Jai Shri Shri Radha Madan Mohan, Shri Shri Jagannath Valle Subhadramai, Shri Shri Gaurnitai ki jai. So here he is exactly telling what is the disease. So he is telling that as a king, because of your false prestige, uh, you are actually thinking you are the protector of the citizens, but actually you are engaging them in your service, not in Lord's service. So, Bhoktaram Yagna Tapasam Sarva Lokamaheshwaram Suhrudam Sarva Bhutanam Gnatmamam Shantirichati. So, Krishna is a real enjoyer of all the sacrifices. He is a controller of everything, all the worlds, and he is a best friend. So, and on behalf of Krishna, so a living entity may sometimes be appointed as a king or whatever post in a state, as a politician taking care of the state. So different people may be given certain positions, but they are all temporary positions, temporary illusory positions, in the sense one should not be attached, but one should, as an instrument, nimitra matram bhavasasachi, as an instrument, the hands of Krishna, one should just execute those duties. The most wonderful example is of Bharat, Ramayana, when he was told to take care of Ayodhya. So first of all, he was not attached. So one definition is given: a leader is one who doesn't want to be a leader. Means he is not attached to that position, but then he is given that service to serve, so he accepts it as a service on behalf of the Supreme Lord. So we know that Bharat, he was not attached. In fact, he went all the way to the forest requesting Lord Ram to come back. He didn't think, ठीक है अभी राम गए अभी हमको दिया गया, anyway who will go now, and anyway ठीक है अभी I will take care for next whatever. So he didn't think like that. So he thought, no, I should go and call him back. So he went with all the army, everyone, even with the mothers, sages, everyone. And we know that on the way so many people criticized him, right from his mother, sages, different. We'll not go into details, but so he was even criticized because they thought that maybe he's attached to that position. They were doubting his character, right? But still he tolerated all that, right? He didn't take it to his ego. अच्छा आप ऐसे बोल चलो मैं ले लूंगा, right? To prove oneself, I will take this. No, unnecessarily why you people are criticizing. He didn't think. And then we know that how finally Lord Ram told that I will not come back and you continue serving. So he didn't enjoy that position. He didn't think that, okay, ठीक है, अभी Ram भी, Lord Ram also told, so let me take and okay, I will be the king. No, he thought that, okay, Lord Ram is supposed to be the king and I am his servant. So now I'll still serve in that mood only. So he took the padukas of Lord, carried on his head, kept on the throne, and he worshipped Lord Ram as the king. He didn't think I am the king. Thought Lord Ram is the king and I am his servant. Now as a servant, the master should be glorified. Right? The master should get more facilities, not servant. So he thought that, okay, Lord Ram is sleeping on the floor and is in forest. So how I can enjoy opulences in the kingdom, Ayodhya? So he stayed outside Ayodhya, Nandagram. And he thought that he is sleeping on the floor. How can I sleep on the bed? So I heard that he dug a hole and he was sleeping below the earth. And Lord Ram is eating only roots, fruits. How can I enjoy all the nice fish cooked in ghee and everything? So he was taking barley soaked in cow urine. Bharat. Right? So sometimes when we get facilities, we secretly enjoy. अभी भगवान की इच्छा है भगवान की इच्छा के अनुसार ये सब भगवान ने दिया. हम क्या करें अभी? I am not attached, but so it's all divine arrangement of Lord what to do. So let me accept this. So Bharat did not think that, okay. So, but he was very careful, very, very extremely careful, not to accept any facility more than the master. So that is the mood of a servant. He is very conscious about his position, not only words, but in his actions also. Sometimes we say, oh Prabhu, I am servant and everything, but we are not showing actions. Right? So like that, on behalf of Lord, he ruled Ayodhya for several years. And then later when we know that when again Ravana is killed and Lord Ram want to come back, so he told Hanumanji that now you go and test Bharat whether he is attached to that position. So how? Said you go and tell Bharat very happily that Lord Ram is coming now. He killed Ravan, and so you see his face. You see any kind of unhappiness, dissatisfaction, frustration, that means he is attached to that position. So then I will not come. Let Bharat only continue ruling Ayodhya. So that was Hanuman. That was what Lord Ram told. So Hanuman goes and tells Bharat. Bharat was ecstatic. He was not. अच्छा टाइम हो गया क्या अभी? Oh really? This 13 years order, not over. Oh, he's going to come. When? or no? Oh, he's not sad. He was very happy. And that is what he was waiting for. When will Lord Ram come and again take? Because sometimes one may forget also. Okay, one may remember 1-2 years. Okay, I am servant. Lord Ram is master. Slowly, anyway, master is not around, so I am the only master here. So one may start enjoying also, right? Sometimes it happens. Slowly, one forgets one's position and starts enjoying facilities or position. But Bharat did not forget. All throughout, he continued in the same mood. Right? So, it's very challenging to have that mood. But Shastras mention all this so that we learn what is the right attitude or what is the right mood in which we should serve. So we may not be having such high positions like Bharat, whatever. But whatever little position we have in this world, so we can try to serve in that mood. Whether one is taking care of some department or even in a home as a husband or whatever, father, mother, whatever position is given, we should try to serve in the mode of servant as per the master. Means Guru Sadhu Shastra. So when we are in the mood of servant, we always try to remember what the master has told us. And we try to align as per the instructions of the master. When we think I am the master, we forget our masters. And we follow our mind's instructions. Very humbly. We make the mind as our master. And we follow that mind. Correct, no? Either you are Godas or Goswami. Correct? So either you are servant of Guru, Sadhu Shastras, or otherwise anyway you will be servant. It's not that because I am taking position of master, I am becoming master. No. Actually you are going to suffer more. You are going to become servant of the senses and mind. And that is going to make you more suffer. One may be in illusion that I am enjoying. But actually one will be suffering very horribly. Like Hiranyakashipu, because I am controlling the three worlds, all demigods. If I do like this, everybody will come. If I raise eyebrows, no, they will be shaking in fear. Everything I am changing. Huh? So he was very proud about his controllership, right? But one small boy, his own child, one small child was sufficient to make him completely what? Unhappy and completely distressful, anxiety, frustration, everything. Uh, he was able to control all the living entities, all the three worlds except Brahma, Shiva and Vishnu. All other demigods, everybody was in his control. So much he was, but even after all that, still he was completely frustrated. How I am such a big controller, still I am not able to control this small boy. That to my own child. So he is completely frustrated. Because somebody is like seen as very powerful and very exalted and everybody is glorified. And they will also think, okay, what about his sons or but when somebody sees that his own son is not listening and he is not able to control, he will have some false ego, right? Hey, what will others think? My own son is not listening. Mera muh kya dikhaun? Kaise dikhaun, right? So ego gets very hurt. So we can see that he is able to control so many, but still Krishna arranged that one small child and he is completely frustrated. So although one may think that he is a controller of everything, everyone, still he is completely frustrated. So in trying to control, enjoy, actually we may think I am enjoying, but actually you are suffering. Correct? Actually he is under the three modes of mental nature. He is bound by the three modes. There is no freedom. So Prabhupada tells like modes are like ropes. When a person is tied by ropes, how is free? Correct? No, he is actually controlled by various urges, right? Vacho, Vegam, Manasa, all this. So how is he free? Actually, he is bound. So that's why to the degree you follow the rules, regulations, to the degree actually you are free. Actually, you are free from all miseries. Correct? So, but sometimes we think that following these rules is what we call burden or is taking away my freedom. Actually, it is giving freedom, not taking away. So here he is saying that how this king Rahugana, he was utilizing all the citizens for his sense gratification. But he should think that actually all the citizens are Mamayavamsu Jiva Loke Jiva Bhuta Sama. They are children of Krishna. Right? Aham Beja Prajapita. Krishna is the Supreme Father. They are all his children. And I am also his child. But Krishna, as an elder brother, told me to take care of this younger brothers and sisters. So I should just, on behalf of Krishna, take care as per his direction. In that mode, one should serve. So in the past, we see the kings were so responsible in their position. They were treating every living entity as their child. Not just human beings, even animals, birds, in fact, even trees. There is a story of one king went to forest and he parked his chariot under one tree. And after some time, later, maybe after some days, he saw one creeper took shelter of that whole chariot. When king saw that that creeper took shelter of this, he thought, okay, now I should not trouble this creeper. So he left the chariot there and went away. He didn't want to harm the creeper also. So they were so careful. Even Shivaji Maharaj, we hear one story that when the war is going on, they want some wood and all. So you tell the soldiers only you use old trees which are about to die. Don't kill or cut off young trees. So he was so sensitive even to the trees. We are so insensitive even to devotees. What to speak of trees. Right? So we should be very, very careful. Prabhupada also, I think in Vrindavan and Juhu, several pastimes, sometimes they cut a tree for some road or temple. Prabhupada was very angry. He said, this is very sinful. Unnecessarily you have harmed living entity. So, similarly, there is a story of king. You might have heard that once a cow comes to the palace of the king and in the court. So the king tells, okay, let it in. So the cow takes the king to one place where the calf of the cow was ran over by the chariot and it lost its legs. So the king told the soldiers, you find out who is the cause, I am going to punish. They found that it was the son, the prince. So the king ordered that you put the prince on the road and he himself ran over his legs. Just as the calf was, So means the king didn't think that, okay, future Raja hai. So at least I should, I think, forgive him or no. So he was completely impartial. No question of partiality. Right? So they were so strict. So similarly, we see another story in Ramayana. Once one dog comes to meet Lord Ram. It's those days even animals had that consciousness and they were allowing even animals for justice. So the dog says that I am beaten by one person. Forgot his name, but one Brahmana. So he said, why? He said that Brahmana was brought. He said, why you bet this? He said, it was barking on me and I was very hungry. Hot sun was there. So I became angry and took a stick and bet the dog. So then the king told, okay, you tell what punishment I should give. So previously the kings would ask the person who suffered what should be the punishment. Because they only experience the pain, so they can give the right judgment. Because the king may not understand. So the dog said, thought for a while and told, make him matadish of one particular mat. So all the ministers thought, see, the king should be intelligent. He should not allow the dog should take the decision. See, doggish decision. And no sense only. Now that fellow will become matadish. He will enjoy. Why? That is a punishment. So Ram said, no, wait. Let us listen what the dog says. Why you want to make him matadish? Dog said, last life I was only matadish of that. I was so nicely taking care of the mutt, serving all the visitors, everything. Still, somebody was unhappy and I became a dog. Now, this fellow is so uncontrolled, angry. If he is made Matadish, he will obviously become angry and offend. So, how much lower birth he will take? So, that's why I thought, oh, see, Lord Ram said, see. So, the position of leader, one should be very careful, right? If one serves nicely, that can elevate. But if someone doesn't serve nicely, no, even such things can happen, right? So, Indra, we can see so many pastimes. He was given that's a very high position. But then, many times because of his pride or his various material desires, he does mistakes and he has to run away so many times, cursed or so many things, right? Happen. You can see. So one should be very, very careful, cautious. One should just act as an instrument. So instrument means completely transparent. Whatever you receive, you just pass on, not enjoying. Like it, if there is resistance in a wire, then you don't pass the full current, right? So same way, whatever facilities and mercy you are receiving, you just pass on. But if you enjoy them, right, then actually you get reaction, right? So similarly, we see in Bhagavatam, Shibi, King Shibi. He was king and the eagle was chasing the pigeon. And pigeon came to take shelter of king. So he said, please protect. He said, okay, I'll protect. But eagle said, I am also your citizen. You should protect me also. So I need flesh. The king said, okay, I am ready to give my flesh, the weight of that pigeon. So he was cutting, and how much ever flesh, it was more. So ultimately he himself sat in that weighing machine and that pan, right? He was ready to give his whole life for the sake of that small pigeon. Means how the kings were, that they are ready to sacrifice themselves completely for the sake of the citizens. Means such a serious responsibility the kings, means how seriously they took that responsibility. They didn't think that after all it is a small pigeon. Anyway, I am taking care of so many citizens. So what happens if one small pigeon dies? After all, let it die, or what is the problem? He didn't think like that, right? He was very, very responsible. So in the 9th canto, again we hear about Rantidev, how he was also very responsible, taking care of the citizens. Now after fasting for so many days and on the verge of death, and his family members were also fasting. So we know the pastime how once Brahmana comes, he gives half, and Chandala, like that, so many people come and he keeps giving. So finally, what is left? The Chandala, for him, I think the water was left, and he was ready to give that water also. So there is a nice prayer. So that at that moment when he was offering that water, so he prays to Lord. Nakamaye aham gatim ishwarat param ashtridhi yuktam apunarbhavam va artim prapadye akila deha bhajam antastito yena bhavanti adukha. I do not pray to the Supreme Personality Godhead for the 8 perfections of mystic yoga, nor for salvation from repeated birth and death. I want only to stay among all the living entities and suffer all distresses on their behalf, so that they may be freed from suffering. See, such an amazing prayer. Although he is already suffering, undergoing so much trouble, still he is praying that let me continue to suffer for the sake of others. He's not saying, okay, until now I suffered, okay, Lord, at least in future, don't keep me in such situations. Generally, we pray like that. Suppose we undergo some distressful situation, we pray that, okay, Lord, at least in future, we hope that, we may not pray, but we hope that again such situation doesn't come in our life. But here we are seeing that how he is praying that he wants to serve. Because all these kings are in the mood of servant. They are not thinking, I am the master and all these citizens are my servants. They think, I am the servant of all these citizens. So because they are in that mood, that's why they are able to do this. If they are in the mood of controller, enjoyer, they will never be doing this. Right? Correct, no? Like Rantadev didn't say, अरे तेरे को अभी आना है क्या? थोड़ा बाद में आओ अभी. We'll give you later. First let us. He didn't become upset or angry. Very happily from his heart he served all these various people. So Prabhupada is quoting Vasudev Dutt, how he also wanted to suffer for all the living entities. Right? And then he is praying, by offering my water to maintain the life of this poor Chandala who is struggling to live, I have been freed from all hunger, thirst, fatigue, trembling of the body, moroseness, distress, lamenting and illusion. And because he was willing to serve, all his material tribulations, Adhyatmik, Adibhautik, they went away. Right? Because he was ready to serve. Lord blessed him with that. So when you actually serve selflessly, the mode of servant, Lord actually blesses us. He gives such benedictions. Sometimes one may think, every time I have to serve, sir, I think I am losing something. Sometimes we feel that as a servant, I am only serving, maybe I am losing something and others are enjoying. No. Sometimes we may feel, I am serving sweet, will something remain? Or all these items will be over, they are enjoying, I am not getting. So will I also enjoy? So sometimes, you may not get physical, material enjoyment, but you will get eternal spiritual bliss in your heart. That selfless service attitude. Savai pumsham parodharmo ito bhakti radokshaje haituki apratihata e atma suprasidati. That unmotivated, uninterrupted devotional service gives you complete satisfaction. Who gives us that satisfaction? Lord in the heart is pleased. So he gives that satisfaction. So that bliss, only those who are serving in that mood, only they can get. So that higher pleasure of pleasing Lord, Guru, Vaishnavas is so, means they are getting such higher taste in that all these lower tastes, they are not attached. So they are more attached to giving pleasure to Lord and devotees, and so in that they are getting pleasure. Right? They are receiving more pleasure. Right? So that's why great devotees of the Lord are able to give up the pleasures of body, mind, false ego very easily. Because they are getting higher taste in serving the Lord. And Lord, when He is pleased with that, He gives that in their hearts. They are completely satisfied. They are not serving with great distress or frustration. क्या करे, इस पोजीशन में रखा गया है, अभी करना पड़ता है. Not like that. So, So here it is mentioned, although on the verge of death because of thirst, gave his own portion of water to the Chandala without hesitation. For the king was naturally very kind and sober. So Bhagavatam gives highest examples of service attitude. So we may not be so high, but at least whatever is remaining we can serve. Sometimes devotees are so hard-hearted or like that. So we can see from Bhagavatam how kind-hearted are the devotees, how much selfless are the devotees. So means we may not be of such high level, but at least we can develop some good qualities, basic. And we should pray that let me develop these qualities so that one day I can imbibe these qualities in my heart. Although they are very, very high. So we cannot imitate such great souls. So we'll just revise and end. So here we saw that how Jadabharat is diagnosing the problem of King Rahugana and is telling how he is trying to control and enjoy the servants. So he said that is a problem. And we discussed that how this position of leader is to be done in the mode of servant. We discussed examples of Bharat, how he served Lord Ram. Both externally and internally, he was in the mood of servant. And we discussed also several examples of kings who actually served in that mood. Citizens, how they were treating. So the kings know that Lord Krishna is in control. Maya Dakshena Prakriti. I thought of discussing that also, but we don't have time. But then because of that faith, so they would serve the Lord, and Lord will arrange Prakriti in such a way that it will provide everything required for the citizens. So we see in the first canto, Yudhishthira Maharaj, because he was ruling like that, everything was provided by Mother Nature profusely. And in Kali Yuga, we can see just maybe few hundred years back, there were so many natural resources, even diamonds and everything. But as Kali Yuga is progressing, as Prabhupada is mentioning, so many sinful activities are happening. So Mother Nature is withdrawing all the resources and giving all famines, right? The karmic reactions. So as you serve Lord, accordingly Mother Nature will reciprocate. If you actually become angry with some husband, then definitely wife will become angry, right? So like that, Mother Nature definitely will become angry if the father is not served. So that's why she is withdrawing the resources and giving all this various famines and problems. So that's why the kings knew this and they were acting as per that Vipra Dharma Achyutashraya, as Bhishma glorified Yudhishthira. They were always following Lord Krishna, Brahmanas and Dharma as per the scriptures. That's why they were properly ruling and protected. So we'll end here. Srimad Bhagavatam ki jai, Shri Prabhupada ki jai, Samveda Gaura Bhaktivinoda ki jai. So I request all devotees to pray for me so that I can also serve in proper mood as mentioned. Hare Krishna.